Okay, what if I told you the secret to gratitude isn't about changing the world around you, but the world inside you? I mean, let's be real. How many times have you said, one day I'll start that project, or one day I'll take better care of myself, or one day I'll finally feel happy? Spoiler alert, one day is not coming. But that's not bad news. It's actually the best news you'll hear all week. So let's talk about it. Welcome to another episode of the Catalyst Podcast. I'm your host, Jason. You can catch us on all of your favorite platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, TikTok. You can also listen to our episodes on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and our home, Podbean. Hey, we want to hear from you. If you're interested in being a guest or a contributor, reach out to us at catalystmotivationpodcast@gmail.com. That's catalystmotivationpodcast@gmail.com. Join the community. We'd love for you to be a part of it. Welcome to episode 125. One day's not coming. 5 ways to live now. Okay, so let me tell you about my friend. We'll call her Maya. She's brilliant, creative, has a notebook full of great, amazing business ideas. Every time we talk, she says, one day I'm going to launch this brand. But that notebook, it's been collecting dust for like 5 years. Then there's RJ, who keeps saying he'll start running once work slows down, but work never slows down. And the sneakers he bought last spring, still in the box. We all have a version of this story. Let's be honest. You know you do. I know I have a ton of them. And it's not laziness. It's fear dressed as planning. Mel Robbins says, you're never going to feel like it. Motivation is garbage. You have to parent yourself. Translation? Waiting for the perfect moment is like waiting for a unicorn to show up with a calendar invite. It's not happening. Let's be honest. We all have a version of, I'll start living when I'm less busy, when I'm more confident, when I have more money, more time, more clarity. But here's the truth, folks. We're delaying living not because we're lazy. It's because we're scared. We're scared of the discomfort. We're scared of the disappointment. We're scared that if we try now, it won't be enough. So we build this fantasy called one day, and we move in. Here's a stat that hit me hard. According to a study by Harvard Business Review, 92% of people never achieve their long-term goals. Not because they're incapable, but because they delay the action waiting for information or ideas and conditions to be perfect. And here's the kicker, folks. Those conditions never come. They never come. So let's dive into the bag and unpack 5 reasons why we delay living. Starting off with, we wait for the perfect moment. We think life has a ready signal, like a green light that says, now you may begin. But life isn't a microwave, folks. There's no ding. Don't wait. The time will never be just right. That's a quote from Napoleon Hill. Translation, if you're waiting for the perfect moment, spoiler alert, it's already here. It just doesn't look like how you expected. It's here now, so take it. All right, number 2. Oh boy. We think we need to be fixed first with those air quotations. We need to be fixed first. We believe we have to become someone else before we deserve joy. Like once I lose weight, once I heal, once I stop being so anxious. But healing doesn't happen in isolation. It happens in motion. Sophia Bush said, you're allowed to be both a masterpiece and a work in progress simultaneously. Translation, we're waiting to be perfect before you live is like waiting to be fluent before you speak. We learn by doing. So stop waiting. Do it. Do it now. The time is now. Number 3. Man, oh man, these are hitting me. These are really hitting me. We're addicted to comparison. We scroll through curated lives and think, I'll live fully when my life looks like that. Comparison convinces us that our now isn't enough. Stephen Fruitig said, don't compare your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. Translation, comparison is a thief, but presence right now is a gift. And it's the only one you can give yourself right now. Let me ask you, have you related to any of the first 3? Be honest. I have big time. And if you have, let us know about it. Okay? Reach out to us by email, catalystmotivationpodcast@gmail.com. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share if you know someone who might need this right now. Thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate you. Okay, let's get back into it. Okay, the next one is, we fear regret more than inaction. We think doing something and failing is worse than doing nothing at all. Man, these are hitting. These are hitting me. Folks, regret doesn't come from trying. Regret comes from not trying. Studies show that even small new experiences increase dopamine and reduce stress levels. Translation, tiny adventures equal big emotional returns. Lewis Carroll said, in the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take. Translation, if you're afraid of regret, remember, the safest choice isn't always the kindest one. Okay, and this is our last one. Number 5, we postpone gratitude. We postpone gratitude. We treat gratitude like a reward, like, I'll be grateful when I finally get what I want. But gratitude isn't a finish line. It's a fuel source. This isn't toxic positivity. It's emotional training. You're teaching your brain to see the possibilities, not just problems. Melanie Betty said, gratitude turns what we have into enough. Translation, gratitude isn't the end of the journey. It's the beginning. And it starts with noticing what we already have. It's a lot of times we don't see what we have. All the amazing things that we have. I appreciate every single day. The first thing I do when I wake up is, before I even open my eyes, I say, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate what you have, because it's in those things that you will truly find what you're looking for. Okay, so how do we stop waiting and start living? All right. I've got 5 ways to flip the script, but before I do that, please make sure to like, subscribe, share. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much. We have listeners all over the planet, and it's truly humbling. I really appreciate it. If you feel someone needs this, please share it with them. All right, let me give you those 5 ways to flip the script. All right. The first one is micro moments. Let's say that. Micro moments of meaning. Okay. Ooh, wow. Micro moments of meaning. There, I got it. Okay. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start small, because small is powerful, right? We often think meaning has to be monumental, a wedding, promotion, a spiritual awakening in Bali. But the truth, meaning is hiding in plain sight. I mean, think about this. Have you ever had a moment where you just looked, someone just looked you in the eye and said, I see you. And it changed your whole day. That's a micro moment. Psychologist Barbara Fredrickson called these positive resonance, tiny emotional sparks that build well-being over time. You don't need to retreat. You need to notice. So try this. Next time you're brushing your teeth, ask yourself, what's one thing I'm grateful for right now? It's not about the answer. It's about the pause. Brené Brown said, joy comes to us in moments, ordinary moments. We risk missing out when we get too busy chasing the extraordinary. That's powerful stuff. Okay, the next one is radical acceptance. Now, this is a tough one. But it's also liberating, okay? Radical acceptance means letting go of the fantasy version of your life and embracing the real one. Not with resignation, but with compassion. A friend once told me, I'll start dating again when I lose 20 pounds. Years passed. She didn't date. One day she said, I'm tired of waiting to be someone else. I want to be loved as I am. And that was the beginning of everything. When we accept ourselves for who we are through radical acceptance, it isn't giving up. It's giving into the truth. And the truth is, you are already enough. I mean, if we waited for perfect conditions, we'd never leave the house. Or wear pants or trust Florida weather. The curious paradox. Well, that's true. Carl Rogers said, the curious paradox is when I accept myself as I am, and then I can change. Okay, where we're at. Number 3, create before you consume. This one is a game changer, right? We wake up and we reach for our phones. Don't lie, you know you do. You got your alarm on it, so you have to turn it off, right? Before we even said good morning to ourselves, we've scrolled through like 37 other lives. I know. I catch myself doing it right now, like this morning. But what if we flipped the script, right? Before you consume anything, news, social media, emails, create something. Write down one sentence, record a memo, stretch, pray, doodle, fiddle. It doesn't have to be good. It just has to be yours. Creating first puts you in the driver's seat. It reminds you, I'm not just a consumer of life. I'm a creator of it. James Murphy said, the best way to complain is to make things. So be creative. All right. 2 more. Let's get to number 4. And I'm doing this much, much more. Say yes to small adventures. Now, adventures doesn't mean skydiving. It just means aliveness. We get stuck in routines, the same coffee, the same route, the same playlist. But novelty, even tiny novelty, wakes up the brain. Take a different route home. Say yes to a random invite. Try new food. Even rearrange your furniture can shift your energy. Neuroscience shows that new experiences stimulate dopamine, the feel-good chemical. It's not just fun, it's medicine, right? Thomas Jefferson said, if you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done. So, go do something different, even if it's tiny. Those tiny, tiny changes can make big, big changes. All right, here comes number 5. Practice future gratitude. Practice future gratitude. This one is subtle, but transformative. Now, we often say, I'll be grateful when, but when I get the job, when I meet someone, when I feel better. But what if you practice gratitude as if good already happened? I know you've heard this before. Try it. Say, I'm grateful for the clarity that's coming. I'm grateful for the healing that's unfolding. Bring it to now. It's not delusion, it's direction. You're training your brain to expect good and to notice it when it arrives. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos into order, confusion into clarity. It's a quote from Melody Betty. When you get that clarity, when you finally become grateful for things, it's so amazing how it opens you up. Living in the now, living right now isn't about doing more. It's about noticing more. It's about choosing presence over postponement. And it's about remembering you don't need a new life. You don't need a new life. You need a new lens. Let's close with a simple exercise, okay? Oof. All right. Grab a pen, open your notes app, answer this. What's the one thing I've been waiting to do one day, and what's one small step I can take today? Pause, breathe, write it down. Now, commit to doing that one small thing for the next 24 hours. Not perfectly, but presently. Folks, you don't need a new life. You just need a new lens. Because the truth is, one day isn't coming, but today is here. And that's enough. That's it for today, folks. If this episode resonates with you, please share it with someone who might need it. Like and subscribe to our podcast for more motivational content, and follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok for even more inspiration. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 125. Oh, and let me not forget about the new book. Yes, my new book, my first book. It's called The Ways of Compromise, and just came out, and you can get it via Amazon and Kindle. There's an ebook, and there's a softcover book. I'm excited. We live in a world right now where you have to be one side or another side, and they never intermingle. And a relationship that I had inspired the book. And it's about us getting back to common ground. And I'd love for you to check it out and hear your thoughts on it. So again, you can get it on Amazon. There'll be a link here in the description, and we'd really appreciate you grabbing a copy. So again, thank you so much for joining us for episode 125. We look forward to seeing you next time for episode 126. Go be great.